home of Atlanta Heat, Swanky 93.3 The Heat. I'm your host, K.L.P. Kennedy Lucas. Welcome back to another broadcast. Today, we're here, ladies and gentlemen, at Swanky Studios. Of course, we've got T. What up, T? Tyrus Lester up in the building, guys. Welcome back to another broadcast. Welcome back to another radio show. Of course, I am glad to be back, guys, because we do the shows T at night, but it is a great start to the morning. It is about 10:17 in the morning. I wanted to hop into the studio, do a show for you guys, because I owe it to you guys today before we all head into the office to start our day. So hopefully you guys are going to have a fantastic day today. It is a wonderful Thursday, September 15th. So we are here to bring you guys the latest in news, and we got a good one for you guys today. We got a good one, T. I know, I get it. By the time you're hearing this show, and we're also this is counting as K.L.P double take a little bit too, because I am going to give you guys my full reaction review of the two events that happened this week, during this week: PlayStation State of Play and Nintendo's Direct. I know I'm a little late to the game. I'm a little late to this because every YouTuber have already did their reaction video, and every radio podcast host have talked about this already, and we're the only people that's kind of late to the game. I'm sorry, guys, because we've been doing we do a lot with K.L.P Entertainment, so timing just wasn't on our side this week, but I'm going to talk about it today. Of course, I saw a lot of YouTubers compare and contrast T about which game announcement video stream did it the best. Was it PlayStation State of Play or Nintendo's Direct? Of course, I know a lot of YouTubers did they did like a little poll for their community. I said, comment below which ones did y'all like the best. Some YouTubers would say that it's 50-50. Okay, so I am going to give you first I'm gonna read off everything that got announced, and then I will give you guys my take on which one did it the best, because I do have a winner. Honestly, I really do have a winner in this. Of course, Nintendo. Let's start with Nintendo, T. Of course, Nintendo Direct, September 2022. Everything announced, including The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. Of course, Pikmin 4, Emblem Engage, and many more has gotten announced. I think a lot of people, T, were very excited about this sequel to the Breath of the Wild. Obviously, Nintendo's big Zelda game, Breath of the Wild, won Game of the Year and made millions off of this. And everybody still play that game to this day, right, T? I've tried it. I know I've said this before, and I know some of my fans might be a little bit upset. I just couldn't get into Breath of the Wild. I know that is sad for me to say, but everybody got into it, and I played it. And I haven't played it in a while because I don't know. I guess maybe I'm playing it wrong, or maybe I just have another interest in other video games, and that's okay, right? I know a lot of people there are terrible people in the gaming community where, like, if you say you don't like a certain game, you get shamed for it. Like, you like what you like, and I think this is a game that I wouldn't be upset if I passed on the sequel, right? I wouldn't be upset because I played the first one. The storyline of the first one was good. The art was good. I genuinely just didn't enjoy it as I thought I would. And which is weird too, because back when I was a kid, I played, and I say kid, I was a kid when this came out too. Zelda Twilight Princess for the Wii. I played that and I enjoyed that. And then I played The Legend of Zelda on N64. But maybe this is just not my cup of tea, right? And there's a lot of things everybody's not gonna like everything, right? So the sequel to the Breath of the Wild is called Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and it's going to be out my birthday, actually, guys, is May 12th, 2023. I'll be turning 27. That is kind of scary to say out loud, but I was surprised about that, because when I saw the date, T, I'm like, oh, yep, that's my birthday actually. So again, maybe I'll give this a try. Maybe, I don't know. I just couldn't get into the Breath of the Wild that much as I thought I should, but we finally got a release date. A lot of people were upset that they didn't see. We saw a 20-second gameplay. I'm sure they're going to plug up all the gameplay as we get closer to it. I mean, May of next year, we still got quite a few months to go, guys. So obviously they're not going to announce everything from this week's direct, because I mean, we have ways to go, many months to go. Of course, Pikmin 4 will finally arrive in 2023. Again, I've never been a Pikmin fan. I'll come out and say that. I'm just not interested into Pikmin. I just don't get it. What game that was interesting was Fire Emblem Engage announced a new mainline game, and it's featuring Marth. It's good to see Marth, the character Marth, back into it. I feel like Nintendo has a lot of catalog that they're not using, right? Here's what I want to see from Nintendo. I want to see their other IPs with video games. I've been harping on this for many directs, and we still don't have it. I want to see another F-Zero game. I want to see more of Star Fox. I want to see Earthbound. These are the IPs that they have, and they just haven't developed them well. I think they're just not using their IP. When's the next Donkey Kong game coming out? I don't want to see another new port from Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. I don't want to see another port of Donkey Kong. We need a fresh new Donkey Kong game. That's what I want to see. And Nintendo has it in their pocket. Nintendo has the budget. They just kind of, if it's not Fire Emblem, well, first of all, if it's not Mario, then it's Zelda. If it's not Zelda, then it's Pokemon. And then behind the scenes, it's Fire Emblem and Pikmin, and that's it. When they have so many more catalogs and so many more IPs they can do, that's why I'm glad to see that the character Marth is getting brought back into this. Of course, it's Fire Emblem Engage. Now, here's my take on this game. And I'm not sure. I don't work for Nintendo, so I'm not sure. This is just opinion. I think this is a character that you're getting to create. Let's say they created a character with red eyes and red hair, and then Marth is in there, and then you engage together to make one character, fuse together. That's what I kind of picked up from this game, because the character that's merged together, this character has one red eye, one blue hair with a little bit of red hair. So that's what I think it is. They're engaging the two powers together to make, or fusing together to make one character, kind of like if you know about Dragon Ball Z and Fusion, so that's what I kind of picked up from this game. Looks very good. I love a good RPG. RPGs like that I really do enjoy. It really gets me exciting for that. This kind of reminds me of let's say Project Cross Zone, right? Or Project X Zone, one of my favorite RPGs of all time. I know I like, those are games I like, and I know a lot of people didn't like Project Cross Zone, but I genuinely I enjoy Project Cross Zone because you had all the IPs, the animated characters, Japanimation characters. You have them in one storyline, and those are the games I love. Come on, Nintendo, let's see Project Cross Zone 3. Let's make that happen. But of course, Fire Emblem Engage is set to be released January 20th, 2023. Of course, Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe brings a Wii classic to the Switch. Very interesting. I might have missed this announcement because I did not see that. Octopath Traveler 2 announced with new heroes and same wonderful 2D HD art style. I'm excited for Octopath Traveler because we actually got, and this is kind of a short announcement from K.L.P Entertainment. This is not super official quite just yet because we're still in planning mode for this, but we are going to be doing something in the style of Octopath Traveler 2. And we're working on a new studio here in Atlanta that we're trying to be a part of K.L.P Entertainment. It's kind of an acquisition that we're kind of working on. That's all I can say on it right now. But we are using an acquisition for a new studio, and we're going to be making new content in the style of Octopath Traveler. So stay tuned for that. And T, you know about that. I'm excited about that. But Octopath Traveler 2 has been announced. I played the first one. I loved it. It's beautiful. It's extremely beautiful. I did play Octopath Traveler 4 on Xbox Game Pass though, so that's very interesting to see what they're going to do with that. Are they going to share this for Game Pass as well? But guys, if you haven't played Octopath Traveler, that is a game that is beautifully done. The storyline is beautiful. The combat is great. That's why I'm excited for that. That might be might be a pickup. And actually, yeah, this is the sources here that I'm reading from is coming from IGN. Shout out to them. They did say Octopath Traveler 2 will not be a Switch exclusive. Yes, I figured that much. Will also be on PC, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4. They don't have Xbox listed on here, so that's kind of interesting. Because I know I think the first one's still on Xbox Game Pass. But like I say, Octopath Traveler is a beautiful game, and I have no doubt that the second one would do it no justice. It's going to be really, really good. Bayonetta 3 gets announced with a new trailer. I haven't played this game, and I probably should have dabbled into the Bayonetta series. I just haven't dabbled into it. That is a game that we are going to get this year, October 28th, 2022. Final Fantasy Theorem. I might have butchered that. Not a fan. Sorry, not a fan of musical type games. I'm just not a fan of it. They did announce GoldenEye 007 with online play, Mario Party, Pokemon Stadium, lead the pack in the Nintendo 64 games headed to Switch online. Very good. It's very good. Very good. I did play GoldenEye 007 back in the day, so that's quite interesting. This game is also going to be on Xbox Game Pass for sure, but we don't know if that's going to get an online feature. I think a lot of older gamers will enjoy that because of nostalgia reasons, right, T? So I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see what that leads up. I am ready for them to launch the GameCube online port, right? Because we've got N64 and Super NES. Next has to be GameCube, and that's if you guys don't know, that's a subscription that Nintendo Switch and Nintendo has to where you pay about $5 a month, and you get to play games on their server, right? It's great, but I think they're going to really make their money when they just get ready to release the GameCube era, and I'm sure they will, T. I know they will. Like, there's something they're not gonna just skip over. They're going to do a GameCube version, and that's where their money is going to be pulled from. Definitely. So next, of course, Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion will be released December 13th, 2022. It's also good. I am a huge fan of the Final Fantasy series so far. The remakes and the new do-overs. Very, very excited for that. Wave 3 of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I don't have it. I don't have the booster courses. I just don't want to spend money on something like that. So for something I'm probably going to play like one time. So I'm skipping up for that. Of course, Nintendo Switch Sports will get golf, but it did get delayed. So very, very exciting for golf if you have the copy of Nintendo Switch Sports, but we're still waiting to get golf. Of course, Mario Strikers Battle League gets a second free update this month. Of course, a lot of gamers have given up on this game, T. I can't say I gave up on this game because I don't have it, right? When this game first got, and I'm kind of in that crowd too a little bit, because when this game got launched, and I saw a lot of reviews, right? Because they're tackling this game to be $60. So right now, and this is with every game buying that I do, I look at what the game has to offer before I drop $60 on it, right? And they didn't give us a whole heck of a lot when it came down to this game getting launched. Less characters, less to do. You play it about twice and then you're bored already. So I decided, like, hey, no, this is not a buy. My little brother, because we're gamers, and he said, hey, are you getting that? Because he knows obviously I have a Switch. And I said, yeah, I'm gonna wait until this game comes out when it goes on discount holiday season, right? I have no doubt that this game is going to be like $40 come Christmas time, right? Because they're doing all these free updates. They're giving you stuff for free. They're trying to make their money back from this project because they know a lot of people did not buy this. I didn't buy it at launch day because it was $60 and it has really nothing to offer when it first got launched. But as we go on and as they keep giving us free updates and free stuff, and then as the game goes on discount for holiday season, maybe I'll decide to pick it up at the right time. And you just got to be a smart gamer when it comes down to that. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Wave 2. I've just never been a Xenoblade fan, so I can't really get into it. Splatoon 3's first Splatfest. Again, I've heard of Splatoon, but I haven't bought those games, so I can't tell you too much about it. Resident Evil Village Cloud version. A lot of people were not upset, where a lot of people were upset about the cloud service, these great games that you're going to get on Switch via cloud. And there's a lot of things that can go on with cloud servicing. They have servers in their database somewhere. So when the cloud servers go down, that means the cloud goes down. When the cloud goes down, that means you can't access your games. And that's why a lot of people were upset, because when these servers go down, God forbid, if these servers go down, then you got nothing. You can't access these games until they fix it, and it takes a long time for that too. Harvest Moon, Fae Farm, Harvest gets a demo. Fatal Frame, pretty good. I'm not really big into the scary, spooky video games, but I heard a lot of people had those games there. It Takes Two comes in November, and I'm skipping over the farm games because we've got a whole heck of farm games that's coming out, and Nintendo always wants you to farm and harvest crops. I'm not into that. That sounds extremely boring to me. So I gamers like me, and there's some gamers that like that stuff, and that ain't, I ain't picking on them, but if a video game is teaching you how to crop and farm and harvest, boring. I'm not into that. SpongeBob SquarePants: The College McShake swims to Switch in 2023. That might be a cop for me too. Because I like SpongeBob, all right, and they did good on the rehydrated games. So maybe they're taking the same formula, because this is THQ Nordic that's doing that, and they're taking the formula and they're making a brand new game from the ground up from it. It's a smart idea. It's really, really smart. And that's pretty much about it from Nintendo. I'm gonna give you guys my take after I did the PlayStation State of Play. But those were the games that got announced for Nintendo. An okay lineup, right? I mean, I'll tell you, there are some games that I'm interested in. Fire Emblem Engage and Octopath Traveler 2. They have about 2 out of their whole catalog games that I'm interested in. Maybe Legend of Zelda Tears of Kingdom. Like I said earlier, I'll have to debate on that because I haven't got into it. But when PlayStation State of Play came out, I think they have a lot more. And I kind of just spoiled it for you guys, my intake, because as you guys know, I'm a huge PlayStation player. I do have a PlayStation 5, so that's why I got really excited for the games to come, because I'm able to get these consoles or get the games for the console, and I hope everyone can get one in their hands very, very soon. But they started the State of Play with a bang. Of course, obviously, Tekken 8. And Tekken 8 looks beautiful, right? It looks, you got the new scale, you've got the 2 characters of Jin, and they're fighting in the rain. They're kind of giving us a little bit of gameplay mixed with a little bit of cinematics. It's been official, Tekken 8, right? We all knew this was coming, right? Because when we saw the little teaser a couple of weeks ago, we knew, okay, yeah, something's coming from them. Tekken 8's coming. And now we finally got a official reveal. The gameplay looks amazing, right? The stage that they demoed on looks crazy, like a lot was going on. I'm excited for Tekken 8. This will be a pickup because now this is in a new generation of consoles. So the frame rate, the high fidelity, performance mode, HDR, all these things are coming into Tekken 8. And that's why I'm excited. And with the fighting with Tekken and Street Fighter 6, they both got their works cut out for them, because I'm getting both, obviously, but it's going to be interesting to see, okay, which one will be the better fighting game? Will it be Tekken 8 or will it be Street Fighter 6, right? What's the difference between the two? And that's what I'm excited to see for them as well. Of course, this is sources coming from IGN. They're going straight to the point, because this was actually the finale of the State of Play. But God of War Ragnarok got a new trailer, gameplay trailer, and it looks badass. It looks amazing. It looks more amazing. Like, we saw the trailers, and really we saw the cinematic trailer that's not really in the game. They just demoed it up for the trailer, the first trailer. But this trailer, what we saw at State of Play this week, I gotta tell you, it looks amazing. I've never seen such a beautiful game done that well, right? And even the first one, when we saw the first God of War back in 2018, it looked nice and we played it and it was great. But God of War Ragnarok's trailer from State of Play, that got fans super excited. I'm really, really excited for that one. They did announce with that the limited edition DualSense controller. I'm not interested. It seems like they took the white controller and put purple on it and put a little design on it. For it to be a controller, excuse me, I think the controller is going to be like $70, maybe $60 if we're lucky. I'm not interested into buying the controller. I'm interested in spending $70 on the actual video game. So again, very excited. We'll be getting it November 9th. November 9th. I definitely will be getting that game. That will be a cop for sure for Christmas time, because I'm a huge God of War fan. I played God of War obviously in 2018. I enjoyed every second of it, beat it twice actually. So I cannot wait until God of War Ragnarok, because you get to see Kratos go against Thor, right? You get to see Atreus grow up and really become a young man, right? There's a story driven when it came down to that. Star Wars Tales of the Galaxy Edge gets a new gameplay trailer. That's more of a PlayStation VR 2 type game. That's quite exciting. I'm really nervous about the cost of this, not really console, this kind of add-on to the PlayStation 5. I'm scared that the PlayStation VR 2 may not be accessible to a lot of people like the PlayStation 5 is. And I'm scared that this VR headset is going to be $600. Now, if it's $600, $700, it's not worth it to me. Now, if they offered it for maybe $200, because it is an add-on, you do have to plug it up to the actual, link it up to your actual PlayStation 5 console. So they really shouldn't charge $600 for a headset. I think that's a little bit crazy, but it is PlayStation. So PlayStation is going to try to do it. Demio announced for PlayStation VR. It's kind of a Dungeons and Dragons type of VR type of card game. Again, I'm nervous for the console being $600. Of course, Yakuza's Hinchi spin-off games getting a Western release. That is definitely going to be a cop. That game, again, looks badass too. You have a character, a Yakuza-like character, and it seems like you're just slicing people up, cutting people up in this game. So that's why this looks very, very exciting. So it's Like a Dragon Ishin remake trailer. It's been released for the Japan, for the Eastern places, wonderful Eastern places. We're talking Asia, we're talking Japan, China, Korea maybe, and now we get a Western release here in America. So that's why it's very exciting for that. That's definitely going to be a pickup for me too, because that's going to be badass. I don't think that game is going to come out $60. I think it might come out for maybe about $40, $30 maybe, if we're lucky. We did get to see Hogwarts Legacy gets a PlayStation exclusive. This game actually might be a pickup, right? I know a lot of people did ask me, hey, are you getting this game? You should get this game. This might be a pickup for me. Definitely might be a pickup. Pacific Drive, of course, a lot of people thought this was going to be like Silent Hill or something or Alan Wake of that, but we did get Pacific Drive. The first title from Ironwood Studios was announced. Quite exciting. Very, very exciting for sure. They did share more about the PlayStation Star program. Not interested in digital collectibles. I don't see the point. I don't see the market value there. I don't see anything proprietary about the PlayStation Stars program as of yet. So that's why I'm kind of like, okay. Synduality is the latest game from Bandai Namco. Of course, you're this mech. They're shooting around, and you got this little AI following you around. So it's kind of an RPG type of stuff too. So that's interesting. I might see about that. Of course, Project E renamed as Stellar Blade. That game looks beautiful. Honestly, it looks really, really good. It's like a PlayStation version of Bayonetta. That's what it kind of looks like to me. And that's why that game might be a pickup too, because you've got this character going against each other and playing out into the real world and seeing what happens. So that's good. Rise of the Rowan, of course, gets a announcement, and this is where I laughed about this game, because this game looks so incredible. It kind of reminds a little bit of Ghost of Tsushima, but with a little bit of twist. But it's not coming out until 2024. I hate it when PlayStation does that. I hate it when they announce something like that and it looks incredible and you think, okay, yeah, 2033, we're gonna get it. But then they get a 2024 release date. That is a whole year and a half away. I'm not even thinking. We don't even know what's going to happen in 2024. So I hate it when PlayStation do that, but they got us excited. Of course, this is from the Noah developer announced the open world samurai game that's Rise of the Ronin game for 2024. So my intake, T. Which presentation did I enjoy the most? And I gotta say, and I'm not being biased here, I gotta say, for me, I gotta say PlayStation 1, right? I think PlayStation 1 this time around because the latest console I've been playing, obviously, is PlayStation 5. And I feel that PlayStation 5 have games that I either or definitely is going to cop up and buy, or they have games that I might try. And that's where I think PlayStation brought their game, in my opinion, right? Because you've got God of War, definitely will be picking it up. You've got Tekken 8 coming out, definitely going to be picking it up. And then you got games that I might pick up and try, like Hogwarts Legacy, like Stellar Blade, like Rise of Ronin in a year and a half from now. Those are the games that when I saw it, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll give it a try. When it came down to Nintendo, they have games where, I don't know, maybe, right? And that's why I went for PlayStation State of Play the most, because they've got games that I'm definitely is on my wish list. It's on my order list, right? So that's why I feel, in my opinion, that PlayStation, in my opinion, have won it for me, because there is a lot of content that PlayStation is doing, right? And that's why they're when they raise prices and they're going through some heat, they know they've got the exclusive. They know they got games that people actually want to play. And these are games that is using that high fidelity, that performance, the HDR. They know that people want that the most, right? So that's why I think PlayStation won it to me. I cannot wait to play all these games and do our review and do our takes on it. But I've got to say, I got to give it to PlayStation. They gave it to us, right? And I know a lot of people are saying no to PlayStation because they know they like the exclusives, but they don't have the PlayStation in their hands right now. And that's unfortunate. It's not their fault because of the demand for them right now. And that's why a lot of people are like, okay, well, State of Play is nice, but I don't have a PlayStation 5, so I got to go to the Switch because I know I can get a Switch at GameStop, right? So this is one of those things that it does happen. I do, again, like I said, I want everybody to have a PlayStation 5 in their home very, very soon. But, we all know about that right now. So that's my take on it. PlayStation State of Play won it for me. I'm excited to see what, and I don't know if Xbox did announce, but it is good to see Nintendo's Direct, because Nintendo has had a rough year so far in 2022. It hasn't been to where they announced a whole lot of stuff. And that's why because I have my Switch and it's at my house and it's just sitting there because there's nothing out for it. Or the games that's out for it, I'm kind of waiting on it to be on discount, because to me, it's like, it's not worth the whole $60-$70 price tag wholesale for something so minimal, right? And that's what I feel like Nintendo gave us this year, games that are uncooked, not finished. Doesn't have a whole lot to offer, but then you want to turn around and charge $60 for it. Yeah, nah. We're in this society where inflation is up, and a lot of gamers are thinking smart about what to put their money where when it comes to gaming, because we can't just shell out money for a half-done game. Like, it's not worth the value, in my opinion. Solely in my opinion. So we're gonna play some more music here. Swanky 93.3 The Heat. I do want to thank everybody who's watching the video. We are gonna make a video version because, again, this is a K.L.P double take because we're kind of late on this. I do want to thank everybody who's watching the video version right now on YouTube, so I do appreciate that as well. But if you're listening to the radio show, stay tuned, because we got so much more we need to talk about here on the show here. Swanky 93.3 The Heat. We'll be right back.